It's been a minute, but I need to get in and make a video. I wanted to see the last video, what the live was all about. Upload it pretty quick, so I said, might as well do this one live and, get it going. So hopefully everybody is feeling good, feeling great on this beautiful Sunday. Hopefully everybody is blessed and highly favored. So let's jump right into it. I went to go see Beyoncé at the Cowboy Carter tour in Atlanta. I went night 3. She was in Atlanta for 4 nights, and 10 out of 10, 1,000 out of 10, 100 out of 10, whatever you want to do out of 10 is she's all those things. And it's very interesting because I've seen her now, I think about 15 times. And so you would think that I would be tired or she wouldn't cease to amaze me at this point, or I wouldn't leave feeling still on this high or shocked or whatever the case may be. But literally, you're talking about being in awe of just greatness and what it looks like to continue to reinvent yourself and to get better and better with time and with age. Again, been a fan since 1997. My first time experiencing Beyoncé was the Destiny's Fulfilled tour, and that was, I think, around 2005, 2006, somewhere around there. So that's my first time seeing her, and I think about just her growth and where she is today compared to No, 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 which was the first single that Destiny Child dropped back in like 1997, 1998. And then seeing her now in 2025, and her voice and her presence and her stamina and just the way that her mind works production-wise and how she's able to put together such an amazing experience for either first-timers or the naysayers, her beehive, or just the fans in general. What she has created and the things that she's able to do, nobody else, when I do say nobody else can touch her, nobody else has done what she's done. She is one of one. And I used to say Beyonce and Michael Jackson was like neck and neck. I used to say that all the time. But honestly, after after really thinking about what Beyonce has done, her accolades, and her growth, and her being able to just not drop an R&B album or a country album or a pop album or a rock album that's coming, but a Beyonce album. Nobody else can do what Beyonce does, which is sing any type of music and make it amazing and not even want to label it in that genre, just make it about who she is as a person because she's so passionate about what she does. And so I feel personally, and I had this discussion with a few people, that she has surpassed Mike. Now, don't get me wrong, Michael is still the greatest of all time as well, but I feel like Beyonce has surpassed him, especially when you think about what she has contributed to music and what she is doing. Like, the lady literally sings in Spanish, she sings in Italian, she sings in opera, she has all these different octaves. She can do all of these amazing things with her voice. She gives 110% on stage. I mean, heels, and just the way that her mind works. I honestly feel like she is a vocal masterclass. If you go and experience Beyonce, if you are a singer and you're serious about it, just go one time and you'll see what I'm talking about. She's offering literally a vocal masterclass for 3 hours straight. Her agility, her technique, her passion, her conviction, all of those things you will get and you will understand, like, I need to go harder or I need to continue to train. I think the thing about it is, I always say that Beyonce can do what other singers do, but other singers can't do what Beyonce does. Also flipping that and saying that Beyonce can sing everybody else's song, but everybody can't sing a Beyonce song. And that says a lot. And she is, your favorite artist, because she has created that space. She's created her own lane, man. And it's great to celebrate our Beyonce. I tell people all the time, I'm like, never will we get another Beyonce. We'll never get somebody on that level, at that peak of global stardom. Like, she's a superstar. She's a global superstar. She's a mega star. And one of the things that makes her such a beautiful person and such an amazing mega global superstar is because she's not messy, she's not violent, she's not a nasty person, she doesn't spiral and, crash out. She doesn't talk crazy about people. She like literally minds her business. She lives her private, peaceful life, raises her kids, be with her family. And when she pops out and she gives us her all through her music. And that's what it used to be about back in the day. Back in the day, we used to didn't know nobody's business. You know what I mean? Like, I don't even remember my parents saying anything about anybody that they liked, knowing their business and what was going on and things of that nature. They just enjoyed the music. And I love that we get to just enjoy the music. But that Cowboy Carter tour is such a beautiful love note, I feel like, to us, to Black people, to American people that actually love this country, not in a negative way, not in a possessive way, not in an entitled way or a way of privilege, but a way of just wanting to be free and loving and caring. Like, that's what this tour gives. And if you really dive into her set list and some of the things that she's doing and intertwining, like, she goes from Yaya, I don't know if you heard Yaya, if you haven't, then listen to her real fast. And in the middle of Yaya, she goes into Why Don't You Love Me? And so it's kind of like she's asking America, why don't you love me? Like, why don't you love us? After everything that we've done, and we make it so easy to love us, and yet, we're here with this, what's going on in DC, in the White House, and the things that are happening. And it's just, and she gives it so much energy. And then she sings Freedom. And what was so epic and amazing about her singing Freedom is, I had this video, because I was on the floor next to the stage, so I can literally see the whole stadium. I can like pan the whole stadium or whatever. And she sings Freedom, and in my video you can hear Atlanta, because I live in Atlanta. You can hear the whole Mercedes-Benz Stadium going crazy, singing Freedom, like singing it from the top of their lungs, and just, it makes a whole lot of sense, and it just sends chills through your body, because it's like, we aren't free. We're not as free as we should be, or we think that we are. And right now we're just living in this time where we're trying to figure out how to progress and how to move forward and how to still live our best lives and experience certain things that don't make us feel, depressed or as if this is it. So if you get an opportunity, I know she's about to be finished. She only has 2 more days of this tour, and it's going to be in Vegas. But in 2027, go to a Beyonce concert. Just one show. Just go, and you will thank me later. Like, literally, go and just experience the energy in the room, the love, the unity, in this amazing global superstar who is just one of one. She's amazing. Like, she's one of one. I'm still on the Beehive. Like, literally, I am. And I think it was also dope that when we were leaving out, everybody that was sitting on the floor as we're exiting out the Mercedes-Benz Stadium, they were singing loud and proud, "Love on Top." So that was a great moment. So yeah, I love Beyonce. And again, the greatest of all time. I can go on for 40 days and 40 nights as to why, but she really is the greatest of all time. Hello, Lori C. Hopefully I said that right. Um, Hello, everybody. I'm really just making this video because I want to see how quickly it downloads. Because typically I record first. I don't do like a live recording. I record and then I upload it. But I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just do it live and see what happens. So yeah, that's my thing on Beyonce. I don't know how y'all feel about B, but drop down in the comments when you see this video and let me know and let's just discuss. Because again, it's not to hate on anyone else. I think that we have some amazing artists, amazing entertainers. You know, we have Prince, Tina Turner, Whitney Houston, Mariah Carey, Michael Jackson. But Beyonce is just, I feel like she embodies all of them and she just became this mega superstar who literally has worked blood, sweat, and tears since she was a kid. And a lot of people are like, oh, she's lip syncing or that's a backtrack. I'm like, do y'all not understand that when she was 11 years old, she was literally on a treadmill running and singing at the same time. She was literally, she has trained for moments like this. And there's nothing better than training up a child in the way that she go when they go, oh, they will not depart from it. Her dad knew exactly what he was doing. And not only that, even at that age of, I think she's what, 43 right now, about to be 44. She still rehearses like no other for hours, and she still has a vocal coach. She still protects her gift. And a lot of our singers, they don't do that. And that's why they kind of expire out or tire out because they're not consistently still hungry. She's still hungry and she's still doing it and making it happen. And it's just, it's a beautiful thing to see. So yes, that is my take on Beyonce and Cowboy Carter. And I guess I'll discuss it some more because I'm pretty sure that people, you know, say some things in the comments. Let's talk about The Chi. So The Chi is a show that comes on Showtime, I believe. I believe it's on Showtime. And it's in its, I think it's 8th season. I started watching The Chi during the pilot. Me and my son, we watched it together. And that was like back in 2017. And so the show was, immediately we were drawn in and captivated. Like it was so good. The storylines, the actors, the production, the cinematography, like everything was just amazing. And then one of the lead characters on the show got fired from the show or whatever. And so they, you know, they did some shuffling and brought some people in and some people left and, you know, so they kind of had to go a different route. It still was a good show, but I feel like this season the writing hasn't been the best. The storylines haven't been the best. And it just seems like, okay, instead of dragging it on and just doing something, either get some writers in the room or just let it go. Because it's over the top and not the best way. You know what I mean? Like, it's just kind of like, what are we doing here? Like, why? What is happening here? And you still want to support it. And again, if you've been somebody that's watched since day one, you're gonna continue to watch. So like, I continue to watch because I've been watching since day one. But I have my moments when I'm just like, this was so unnecessary. Like, what are we doing? And I think it's another example of why some shows go out on a high note and they'll do 4 seasons and then they'll just end it. And it's not that it had low ratings or, you know, the views were terrible or anything like that. They just feel like it's ran its course, it served its purpose, and 4 seasons was enough to develop and evolve these characters to the next level and, you know, elevate them and then show their lives. And this is it, boom. now I understand that, because before I used to be upset, like, why are you ending all my good shows? You know, there were some really great shows, um, black shows in general, on television that ended after 3, 4, 5 seasons. And you're like, why? You have the viewers, the show's amazing, what are we doing here? And it's like, now I get it. Because I'm looking at the Shy and I'm like, okay, we probably should have ended this 2 seasons ago. And then I think about like Tyler Perry, who, don't get me wrong, I think, first of all, let me go back and say Lena Waithe is amazing for creating the Shy and for giving black people and actors and actresses an opportunity, you know, in Hollywood, and to be in the industry and to keep them working. That's always amazing, because we don't have those stories where we're consistently working and working and working. And so it's great to see that, and it's great that they're giving them this opportunity. Tyler Perry does the same thing. So hats off to Tyler Perry, because he is amazing at keeping black people in positions of where they're getting a paycheck and they're being seen and they're working and they're working. Now, and so I'm always going to respect him for what he's created, what he's done, and what he's going to continue to do. And he has a massive following as well. So Tyler ain't going nowhere. Neither are his shows. I think my problem is, you think about a show like Sisters, where the storylines drag for seasons and seasons. But not only that, when you're watching, everything that they're gonna say and their responses and their react, it's so predictable, because it mimics another show that he's done. And it's just like, these are just different characters kind of doing the same thing. And now he has Divorce Sisters, which is the same as Sisters, except for they have a different name, but they're really like the same characters. It's very interesting. And so even when you're watching that, you're just kind of like, because it's just, um, it's so bad that it's good, if that makes sense. It's like, you can't stop watching it because you want to see what's gonna happen next. But yeah, um, it's very interesting. But it's just like, I see all of these people that they kind of feel the same way, where they're just like, oh, like, you gotta get some more writers. Like, you gotta, pass the baton or something. Like, you don't need to be just on every single show, handling every single show. Like, that's a lot for one person to take on. And there was even a scene, I think it was like last episode, not the newest one, but the last episode, where you can hear Tyler Perry in the scene. Like, he's giving direction, he's directing, and they forgot to edit that part out. That's how you know it. It's like, my boy, like, you're doing a lot. You gotta delegate, get some other people in here. You know what I mean? Like, and I was seeing people's responses to, so I didn't watch Straw because I don't want to see anything that's dealing with trauma and mental health in a negative way. And, I feel like we have enough in our real lives that's going on in today's society and the world, that I just didn't want to watch that. But I heard it was good. I heard what it was about, but it was just something that I didn't want to expose myself to. We have to sometimes be careful what we pick and choose to entertain. I think that is great that everyone thought that that was a great show, movie, should I say, but I didn't want to watch it. I was gonna watch, and I probably still will watch, Medea's, I don't know what it is, Medea something. But people have already started reviewing that one, and like leaving comments and writing posts and just saying that it was terrible. And that's interesting to me, because you think about Tyler Perry and Medea. Now, one thing that he always gets right is a Medea movie. A Medea movie is gonna be good. Like, you're gonna laugh, You're gonna like just have a good time. It's gonna be a good feeling or whatever. Um, you don't expect too much, but you don't expect to be like, oh, this was a terrible Medea movie. So that was interesting to read those comments about that movie. But I'm gonna watch for myself just to see, because there was another movie that he did, I think, when people didn't have the greatest things to say. Like, I think, well, Mia Culpa was one, which I actually enjoyed. I thought that was a good movie. Divorce in the Black, I think that's the name of it. I thought that was a pretty cool movie. I didn't think that that was terrible. He had another one that just came out. I can't think of the name of it, where the wife's husband gets killed, and by the end of the movie, you find out she was actually the one that set it all up. But that was actually a good movie too. So I mean, he has his movies that are great, or should I say good. But messing up a dead movie is that would be crazy. So I've got to watch that one just to see what people are talking about. Let's see. What else did I say I was gonna talk about on here? We got the Shine. Oh, the Agent of Chaos, Nicki Minaj. You know, it was very interesting that Nicki Minaj still manages to do and say whatever she wants with no consequences. Not saying that everything is true, not saying that everything is a lie, but at the same time, defamation of character, slander. I mean, there's so much that goes on. Um, but at what point do you either sit in front of a judge, take somebody to court, or just stop, in general? The way that she attacks people and the way that she attacks other black women that are in the industry should be studied. It should honestly be studied. And not only that, the way that she incites violence. Like, she's literally an agent of chaos. And with her being an agent, her minions, which are the Barbs, they explode with even more chaos. And you can't say anything about her. You can't, I mean, it's not even about arguing or saying anything nasty. It's just not agreeing with her stance and the way that she is handling things and the way that she attacks people. And they immediately just try to eat you alive in the most nastiest way. And I've never seen such a fan base that is so divisive and so well, I'll take that back. No, can I say that on here? Um, that orange person's supporters, the supporters of that MAGA, that stuff. Um, them and the Barbs are just like this. Like, they're the same people. They're literally the same people, but I think accountability is important. And you can enjoy someone's music and think that they're an amazing artist, because she's an amazing rapper. We can't take that away from her, right? Can take away from her that she has created some amazing songs, amazing music, but her as a person, to me, she's not a good person. She's not a likable person. To me, she's a nasty, evil person. And I had posted that, like, in a note on my Instagram. I was just like, to me, she's just not a good person. And someone was like, well, y'all are quick to talk about Nicki, but what about 50 Cent and the men that act just the same? And I said, they're not good people either. Like, I'm not a fan of negativity and drama and nastiness and any of those things. And so, I even get to the point where I don't listen to and or watch if I felt like you've done certain things. Like, I'm completely turned off by Nicki Minaj, so I don't listen to her music, I'm completely turned off by, I'm gonna say, Nelly, for participating in the inauguration stuff and whatever. And so I don't support any of those things. Snoop Dogg, the same thing. I do not support any of the things that Snoop Dogg does because I feel like you guys had a choice and you chose to tap dance in front of someone who means us no good. And I'm not just talking about us as black people, but us as the American people who deserves better. And this is where we are today because of certain people. So it's tough for me to want to support and see and or listen to when I feel like, no, y'all did us wrong. Because how could you? I mean, you could have did anything else, but why? And so yeah, I really wish that somebody on her team would, get her some therapy or I don't know, do whatever they have to do to get her some help because it's like every other week she is on Twitter spiraling about something just crashing out. She don't attack SZA. She's been dragging this Jay-Z narrative situation on for months and months and months, probably years now. And she's good at playing the victim and the villain, and she wants to be the victim so bad, but she's really the villain in her own story. And I think that until emotional intelligence and maturity kicks in when it comes to her barbs, they won't get that. They won't understand exactly what she's doing and what she's created. She's created this space that she's in. You know what I mean? Like, she's not the likable person. She is the reason. They want to point fingers at everybody else. But if you have issues with all of these people, I've seen a list of issues. I've seen a list of people that she had issues with. You got to be the common denominator. It can't be everybody else's fault now. It just can't be. It can't. That's just like, somebody personally who falls out with every friend that they get. He's like, no, come on now. At this point, it can't be. It just can't be everybody. Nah. But yeah, I don't know. Let me know y'all thoughts about Nicki Minaj and her antics. Because there's a lot of antics. There's a lot of things that she's doing and she does. And the sad part about it is, again, she's such a great artist, but her antics diminishes her artistry. So now you don't even think of her as being like this amazing rapper or artist. You think of her as being this amazing problematic individual. Like, she's very problematic, and who wants to be problematic? Like, that's terrible. But yeah, those are the things that I want to talk about, to get in here and to try this live out. Let me know what you think about me going live. Let me know what you think about everything that I talked about. Drop down in the comments. Start the conversation. And I'm gonna see y'all again because I have more videos, more content, more topics. Until next time, take care of yourself and each other. Oh, if this is your first time at the R&D show, I would love for you to subscribe. Also, thumbs up this video, comment, share this video, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend about the R&D show, and go and look at some of our previous videos and let us know what you think. All right, so enjoy the rest of your evening. Till next time, take care of yourself and each other. God bless. Peace.